Hey XR peeps, I know that the news or the social media headlines have been dominated by these Epstein files that are being released, and it's become abundantly clear that all the suppression of XRP and XLM and the ISO 20022 coins, those blockchains, or blockchains with real utility at all, they were artificially suppressed. It's abundantly clear now. We know exactly who Gary was connected to, Jay Clayton also on the behest of well, you know what, the island guy, I guess is the best way to call him. And so you're seeing all of this stuff happening, and it's abundantly clear. But before we get to some of the meat and potatoes of that, it's going to be very brief. I'm going to tell you something that's really good news. In spite of the market turmoil, in spite of gold and silver going down, we're getting a little pause in the markets. I bought a heck of a lot more digital assets this last weekend, especially XRP. I really loaded up on that, and I'm pending one more really large purchase, hopefully, if we get that another big dip. I think we should get one more sometime this week, maybe. We'll see. I can only hope we do. If we do, then I'll be making a bigger purchase. But in spite of all of this, Ripple always continues to integrate, be adopted, continues to grow its ecosystem internationally. And what do I mean by that? They just got an electronic money transmitter license over in the EU through Luxembourg. And here's the announcement. Here's one of the announcements from Cassie Craddock over there, and says that some more exciting license news in Europe. A couple of weeks ago, we heard from Luxembourg's CSSF that Ripple had received preliminary approval for the EU, or Electronic Money Institution License, EMI is I guess what it's called. I can now share that we have fulfilled the conditions that were set by the CSSF, resulting in Ripple being granted its EU EMI license, a transformative milestone that allows us to scale our mission of providing robust, compliant blockchain infrastructure to clients across the EU. We are now better positioned than ever to help European businesses transition into a more efficient digital-first financial era. And here's the announcement from over at Coin Bureau. It says Ripple scores full EU money license, which is big, right? Ripple has officially received a full electronic money institution license from Luxembourg's regulator. This means Ripple can now operate regulated digital payment services across EU nations. This strengthens real world. And Paul Barron adds a little commentary on it. He says Ripple has officially secured its full EMI license from Luxembourg, while others still wondering what, WTF just happened. He's talking about the markets and the pullback. Ripple now holds 75 plus global licenses, including the two most critical financial hubs, London and Luxembourg, and that's just happened here recently. Also, let me see, he says, with full passporting rights across all 27 EU nations, the gateway to institutional adoption of XRP and RLUSD is officially now wide open. Once this happens in the US with clarity, you know what to do. And here's a little graphic to go along with it. But I mean, we got Britain, right? We just got the UK the other a couple of weeks ago. We got that license approved. We've got the one over here in Luxembourg, EU. We're good to go over in Japan. We've got the United States is going to be. I mean, we've already. Oh, you know what? Here's something I want to share with you. The issue with the Clarity Act and yield. Coinbase is upset because they're going to be left out of the party. But why is Ripple not more upset at the idea that banks don't want us to get yield? I guess I don't know what was wrong with me. I just hadn't thought it through clearly. But Ripple's already a bank, man. They got that conditional approval. They're going to get approved. It's done. I mean, they got it. So they can provide yield either way. So they win no matter what, and they have legal regulatory clarity. So Clarity Act, whether the banks chime in or not, doesn't matter to Ripple because, well, they got the license. And banks didn't want them to get that. But guess what? What's done is done, baby. We have it. And so just keeping that in mind, that's Ripple's ace up their sleeve. But no matter what's going on with the markets, all the turmoil, the Epstein emails, government lockdown, it does not matter, guys. The financial system is kaput. It's done. And so this new one is being built very quickly. I mean, it's being built at warp speed, so to speak. And people just are not grasping it mentally. They're not understanding what's happening. But it's an opportunity for those of you that can see it, those of you that are in a position to take advantage of it. Maybe some of you that are listening right now, hopefully. I know I've been seeing it for years, and it's really nice to see a lot of the things I imagined happening come to fruition. We're here. So now back to the ugly news over the few weeks, over the weekend, I suppose. All those emails that everybody's talking about. I just want to put into perspective, this lawsuit was promoted by a lot of the people that are mentioned in these emails. The SEC lawsuit against Ripple, and they also crushed a lot of great projects. I mentioned LBRY the other day. You really should look at that, but they crushed them and a few other projects that were legitimate blockchain projects with real utility. It's really sad. It'd be nice to think they could come back in some way or another, but we'll see. In any case, let me share a few more graphics with you. These emails have revealed so much, and there's, I'm sure, a lot more yet to be revealed, and there's more dumps coming from what I understand, but Jack the Rippler is reporting that this Epstein file in particular shows that 75% of Bitcoin's code comes directly from Jeffrey Epstein's investments. They supported a lot of this. They controlled a lot of these nodes. And the idea is, you might want to go and kind of read up on this whole post. But if you read this little deal here, I'm going to expand it so you can pause and read. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I am going to just leave it there for a second so you can pause, copy, or do whatever, screen grab this thing and read it. But it's pretty clear that these sinister people were connected. It always seemed off. That's why the SEC couldn't win in any of the arguments in court, because it was all BS. You just cannot support a lie, especially not at that level. And so, Ripple knew it was just a matter of having enough time and money to get past these people. Because the truth is the truth, and it shall set you free. So all this being considered and said, here's another graphic that's going to give you the reality of the matter. This is how things are. This graphic nails it. Those are your Bitcoin partners. This guy, all the media that they pay off and support, guys like Gary Gensler, maybe even people like Liz Warren, all the banks, JP Morgan, all those banks that are colluding with these guys, all the politicians, mostly Democrats, but a lot of Republicans as well. And then Ripple partners, right? They're over there getting licenses, they're getting utility, they're building DeFi protocols, they're upgrading the blockchain, they're getting bank licenses, they're getting Fed master accounts, they're getting all these things that matter. They're getting, they've already got Clarity, but they're pushing for the Clarity Act so everybody else can come and play also. That's what's happening. That's the opportunity. But these emails have put a really fine point on this right here. This is what we've been dealing with. These people were so entrenched in everything in our everyday lives, not just Americans, but globally. I mean, these people, and I'm going to get him out of it. These evil people wanted to have their way with all of us. They wanted to control the financial system. They wanted to blackmail politicians and wealthy people and people in positions of power to shape the world in an image that suited their needs, their wants, their desires. And someone like Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, is fighting this group of people, these ugly demons that are out there. And I'm not saying that we have angels down here, because I don't think we do, but I think we have strong people with better morals. Not perfect, none of us are that, but we got guys like Elon, we got Tulsi Gabbard, we got Robert Kennedy, we got right now Marco Rubio's doing a pretty good job. There's quite a few people out there fighting the good fight. But for you and I as investors to make our lives, because this is what we have control over, our financial futures, here's an opportunity. I hope you see it for what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and bookmark. We'll see you guys on the next one. Till next time, adios, amigos.